Thousands of people in Nigeria, including top officials, turned out to witness the inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari as he starts his second and final term in office. President Buhari's first task is to improve the lives of Africa's most populous nation after a first term marred by rising unemployment, high inflation and rising poverty levels. CGTN's Phil Ihaza takes up that story from the country's capital, Abuja.
Dignitaries, official motorcades and a huge crowd of supporters all gathered at the famous Eagle Square grounds located in the heart of Abuja. The newly elected president once again recites the oath of office guided by the acting Chief Justice. President Muhammadu Buhari first came to power in 2015. In February, he was elected for another term. The raising of this flag and a 21-gun salute signifies his next 4 years in office. But away from the pomp and ceremony, analysts say Buhari will need to produce more results this time around than in his previous 4-year reign.
Nigerians want an improvement in the economy so that joblessness and poverty will be reduced, if not completely eradicated. I'm sure the president is well aware of this. He has himself admitted sometimes about the fact that, look, he knows that things are not as good as they are supposed to be. But beyond just admitting and beyond just good intentions, we want to see performance in this direction.
Nigeria is now the world's poverty capital with nearly 100 million people living in extreme poverty. There's also a persistent insecurity problem with ongoing insurgency, killings and kidnappings. But as President Buhari waves to the crowd, some see this as a sign of assurance of better days ahead.
We are positive that the president is going to perform wonderfully in his second tenure. And we strongly believe that he's going to act fast and ensure that the growth and recovery plan of Nigeria will take a very strong and positive course.
We want food to be in abundance. We want the road to be put in proper place. We saw him doing it, and I'm sure it's a continuous process.
Today marks another milestone in Nigeria's democratic process as the country enters its third decade of uninterrupted democratic rule, the longest since independence in 1960.
The expectations of Nigerians at home and abroad are high as the clock is now officially reset for another lap of 4 years, one that will be led by His Excellency and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari. The hope is that he lives up to these expectations bound by the new oath he has just sworn. Phil Ihaza, CGTN Abuja, Nigeria.